Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to Cobra Kai. We're now on to episode 3, which is called Esqueleto. So, episode 2 ended with the face-off, the famous shot of Daniel and Johnny standing across the mat from each other inside of the newly established Cobra Kai Dojo Part 2. And we see that Daniel now knows that Cobra Kai is back, that Johnny is starting to teach again, and all of his worst fears from all those years ago are starting to come to fruition, and that the perfect life that we thought Daniel had is maybe not so perfect, especially when it comes to this one aspect. On the other side of things, of course, Johnny being blamed for something that, well, I mean, he did assault those kids, but they did have it coming and they were bullying Miguel first, and him just kind of falling into this poor reputation situation, but really starting to feel a real sense of purpose for the first time in a very long time in teaching Miguel and potentially getting this dojo started. So I'm very excited to get back in and remember how things go here as we start to kick things off with Daniel joining the party, but as the real, maybe not so put together Daniel. But before we do, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you'll like it enough to hit that subscribe button. That way you can be notified when I do more reactions to this as well as a lot of other shows. Please join the fam. It's a lot of fun here. And if you have been here before, welcome back. You know the drill. Hurry up and hit that subscribe button. Come on, we're on a journey to 10K, and I'd love it if you join it with me. So, all right, with that out of the way, guys, let's get into episode 3 right about now. It's not what you think. You think you'd be that brazen in your house? Come on now.
You want a Deadpool costume? We'll make you a Deadpool costume.
Oh, no.
No, yo no soy maquilladora.
Thank you. She's like, we in America now, girl.
Tú no quieres saber.
Wow. Okay, I went up. I mean, I know sometimes some may get aggressive with it, but that's getting a little crazy. He wouldn't be able to walk. Ugh, Americans and wearing shoes in the house. It's so triggering.
Yeah, I've known plenty of guys that seemed harmless, that were real pieces of crap behind the scenes.
Come on. You're really gonna trust that?
Isn't it interesting how men suddenly see men differently when their daughters start to date them?
And you whisper in his ear, if you get him pregnant, you're the one that's getting the abortion.
Wait,
What the
what?
hell are you even talking about? Look,
I mean, I suppose if you say it, it will probably put him in a tailspin for a while, but
everything you need to know is in this thing right here.
Facts.
All you need to do is get her passcode.
No.
Daniel, don't listen to him. This is how porn stars are created.
What?
Already in the valley, she only has to...
Okay, wow. How do we get to this extreme? Okay, no to the porn star thing, but yeah, absolutely do not go through her phone if she hasn't given you reason not to trust her yet. That is a way to break trust with your daughter, which you'll have to rebuild. Don't do that.
Because her son was crying after some kids online made fun of his facial deformity.
Why would you say that?
Today, although he...
I know that the school and his mom meant well, but it's like, do parents forget what it's like to be in school?
Maybe we could order another. They're one size fits all, which suddenly seems like false advertising.
You know what, ma'am? Feel free to jump out the nearest window.
Just do your job, spin it around, I'll be back later. You got it?
Got it.
You trust her?
Hold the sign up.
I feel like you need to give her an advance, and even then I think she'd probably bail. I can't believe he's still wearing the headband. It's so lame. That call is not for you, Daniel.
Something big?
What are you doing?
Oh, I got it working though, so we're all good. Have you thought about what you want for dinner?
The way he just smoothly lied. Ma'am, you need to be worried. Face of an angel, mind of a devil.
Cobra Kai webpage, right? I made it in study hall. Click on the snake.
He's such a smart little boy.
I went online and looked up Guns N' Roses and ended up going on this whole 80s rock rabbit hole. That shit is dope.
Some of it, yes. I will agree. Guns N' Roses does have some good songs.
Come on. Counselor Blatt and I go way back. I couldn't leave her hanging.
Mom?
It's happening. But hey, if you're not going to be doing anything you shouldn't, it should be
My
fine.
mom drove me on dates, okay?
Right? In a car that needed to be pushed. Daniel's mom's adorable, though.
Promise me you won't embarrass me.
Oh, the embarrassment's coming in spades, sweetie. Gonna call your name, gonna high five you, insist on a father-daughter dance. Good time! All you need to do is hold your breath, you'll float to the top. Assuming you knew how to swim in the beginning, though. He grabs him by his bangs. I can't, Johnny.
Do you understand?
Yes, that's it.
At least he had time to get his breath that time. Come on, I can't with you, Johnny. There you go, buddy. Pretty sure that it's illegal and possibly assault, but hey, progress. But I mean, I guess the bonus is that Miguel's learning how to swim, which in my opinion is a vital life skill. People out there, make sure your kids learn how to swim. Oh, I hated treading water. That used to be part of your swimming test when I was a kid, and I hated it. It was the thing I hated the most. And it was always like 3 minutes, which doesn't sound long, but when you're treading water.
What the hell is that?
It's my Halloween costume. Yeah, I made it. Started off as Deadpool, then I think it was Spider-Man, then it just...
He's such a good boy. I would rather die than be that. I would have been like, it's okay. I'm gonna go as me. That's scary enough. Of course, the iconic skeleton costume. And Miguel's just as skinny as those boys were wearing them.
Regular doctor or plastic surgeon? Right, 6 lips. Nice.
Poor Hawk. It really breaks my heart that someone who might have something going on, whether it's something that happened when they were born. I don't like to use the word defect because not everyone views it that way, but still, it sucks that he feels so bad about it and that it's become such a huge deal that he just feels like that's all people see.
Cobra Kai, period, C-O-M, all lowercase.
Like, if he wasn't so cute, I'd be so annoyed by him.
It's okay. I'd rather go as sexy than funny too, if I had that option.
You do, sweetie. You absolutely do. Do not let the shape of your body or the weight on your body say you can't be sexy. And the words of Nicki Minaj, you know what, them skinny girls, okay?
You know, I still can't believe you and Allie broke up after high school.
Things change.
A lot.
Sometimes.
Poor Daniel, this was the night that was so traumatic for him too. It's so interesting, like, seeing the both perspectives, right? Miguel's feeling so badass in this costume, but for Daniel, that was like the worst night of his life almost, right? Like, he literally got kicked in the stomach, winded to the point of almost passing out, and if Johnny had had his way, he would have killed him or put him in the hospital at the very least.
Promoting my business. You should try minding yours.
Minding mine?
He seems to have all the good one-liners for Daniel.
If you think I'm gonna let you fill these kids' heads with that garbage, you're nuts, man.
Is that why you're following me around?
I'm not.
You don't get to make that call for everyone, Daniel.
We got time.
I love the Daenerys Targaryen costume. God, it feels like ages since Game of Thrones was on, huh?
That punch is going right through me.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Wayne Gretzky.
She's like a pig at a trough.
I'm about to hurt somebody. Say one more thing about her weight.
Can you help me with the belt?
Yeah.
And here, Dad's gonna assume the worst. Because even if she was reaching for something in there, that is not your business.
You understand? I was gonna give you this. This was my grandma's. I want to give it to Sam.
It's not his grandmother's. Probably bought that at like the nearest cheap jewelry shop that was in the mall. Like, why? That's the whole thing with this. Why? There was no reason for it. This girl literally did nothing to her. Minding her business at the snack table. While you didn't do it, Sam, this would have been a great opportunity for you to stand up and say that that was wrong.
I was just about to give her the bracelet.
Like that cheap one you gave that East Valley slut?
Yeah, it worked on her, so might as well try it again.
Told you.
You had her in the palm of your dick.
Watch out, guys. Reno's karate now.
I really need that guy to stop talking. Strike first.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't think about the next move, huh, Miguel? That is the problem with starting a fight. Be prepared to finish it.
Come on, God. Get him.
You're a dead man.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's a few ribs. But this is why I say violence is not the way. Oh, not Allie. Oh, so brutal. 4 of you against one guy. Such a badass. And again, the irony of this scene, because Johnny was that guy 30 years ago, but that is exactly the way he would have had Daniel right? Like, remember that if he'd had his way, I mean, Daniel was laying on the ground just like that when Mr. Miyagi showed up. I love it. I love how the show always takes parallels of what happened in the original movie and kind of just flipping it around to some degree, but also just restructuring it for a more modern take with Miguel and Johnny. And, you know, I'm sure Johnny really thought that by teaching Miguel to be the person to be the aggressor, that it was going to work out, right? Because that worked for him for so long in high school. I mean, if you really think about it, Johnny didn't get his butt kicked for the first time until Mr. Miyagi handed it to him. But then, even then, that was pretty much the one time Miyagi backed off. You know, he was like, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to fight you. That just doesn't register to Johnny, right? He just thinks that, oh yeah, well, me being a bully in high school really worked for me, or so he thought. And now he thought the same thing might work for Miguel, but as Miguel figured out the hard way, it's not as simple as that. Like, you got to go all the way through if you're going to be a bully. So interesting. I love it. I love how the show also brings up little things that are so important, but not really talked about, like the whole situation with Aisha and Daniel's daughter. Like, she wants to be friends with Aisha. That is who she really is. Sam is both a pretty girl, but also a smart girl. Pretty girl, I mean the sense of traditional pretty girl. The girls she's with, yeah, maybe they're the pretty, glitzy, popular girls, but two of them are really, really mean. And she doesn't need to be with people who are mean because that's not Sam. Whereas Aisha, maybe she's not necessarily your stereotypical popular girl, but she's funny and she's witty and she's clearly smart. And Sam has a lot of leanings there too. So it's just interesting. These are life lessons, of course. In this case, Sam really has to learn that it's okay for her to be friends with whoever she wants to be friends with, but also to stand up to her friends when she sees that they're blatantly being bullies and being unnecessarily mean. So anyway, another great episode. I love this show. I just love rewatching it. I just love that this show still holds up. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and we'll see you in the next episode.